and I'll sit down after this, Mr. Speaker. The reality is, naming the President of the United States and saying that he's a county-wide elected official is A, a fallacy, and I know you're smarter than that, and
all right,
B...
Members, we can make our points in debate, and we're going to go ahead and do that in debate. Again, it's up to the discretion of this bill sponsor whether or not to even answer a question. Representative Jenne, I believe you have a question. You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Representative, where are you? There you are. How you doing? I wanted to follow up on something that Representative Bullard had mentioned, not the last exchange, but something earlier. Are you aware of the grand jury report that came out regarding the Broward County School Board in February of this year?
Representative Logan, you're recognized.
Isn't that your school system?
Representative Jenne for a question.
Yes, that is. It is absolutely true. That is the county that I represent. But I've heard you mention Broward County repeatedly throughout this in the school board and moving Miami-Dade School Board to be more like Broward County. So that was, again, my question again to you is, are you aware of the grand jury report that came out concerning the Broward County School Board in February of 2011?
Representative Logan, you're recognized.
I would be glad to answer that question, but at this point in time, I don't think it has anything to do with the bill. And once again, that is your county. I'll be glad to entertain any bills that you have improving your county. Representative
Jenne, you're recognized.
Well, I had one, but it didn't get heard. So with does the fact that in that grand jury report, now remember, you've said repeatedly that you wanted Miami-Dade School Board, or at least you held up the example, to be more like Broward County. In that grand jury report, it states, but for the constitutional mandate that requires an elected school board for each district, our first and foremost recommendation would have been to abolish the Broward County School Board altogether. So my question to you, Representative, is why would you want to do anything like the Broward County School Board?
Representative Logan, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I believe it's in the Constitution of the state of Florida, and you're free to bring any bill you want forward to improve your county once again, and I'll be glad to support you in any way you can. This bill is about Miami-Dade County. I served on the school boards for 6 years. I believe I know what needs to occur in Miami-Dade County.
Representative Steinberg, you're recognized for a question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On the last, actually, I won't go there. Can you tell me the status of the bill in the Senate, the companion bill?
Representative Logan, you're recognized.
I'll be glad to answer that question. It made it out of the first committee.
Representative Steinberg for a question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Has the sponsor of the bill recently indicated the status of that bill and what he's doing with it?
Representative Logan, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I can only answer what's happening in the House, and we're debating it here on the floor, and the reason why we're debating it here on the floor is because it made it out of the first committee in the Senate.
Representative Steinberg, you're recognized for a question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So are you saying you're not aware of what's the status of the bill in the Senate?
Representative Logan.
I have no control over what's going on in the Senate. I'm not aware of what's going on over there. I'm concerned with what's going on in this House, and I'm focused here.
Representative Steinberg, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And why is this being done as a bill as opposed to doing a charter amendment in the county or a voter initiative in the county to allow the voters to put this on the ballot and have the say as to whether or not to do it, as opposed to the legislature basically dictating a change in governance of the school board?
Representative Logan, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I believe that we have that authority. The Constitution gives us that authority, and I'm taking advantage of that.
Representative Steinberg for a question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. But my question is why this method as opposed to allowing the electorate to determine how they would want their school board to be governed?
Representative Logan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The citizens of Miami-Dade County will choose who they want to represent them.
Representative Steinberg for a question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Do you not think those same citizens should have a voice as to what the structure, and if there are to be structural change of the school board? Do you not think those same citizens should have a voice on that?
Representative Logan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That's why I'm here. They have elected me to do a job, and I'm doing the job that they elected me to do.